Hello everyone, today I want to go over some of the weekly vendors and some of the ways that you can get your hands on specific resources, most namely Kuva, Orokin Catalysts, and Orokin Reactors, as they are pretty important to your ability to upgrade weapons and your warframes. So, the first thing we're going to be talking about is the new calendar system, or I guess seasonal system that came with 1999. So on your terminal, there is a calendar button in the middle of these two buttons here. This is a reward system that will rotate with all the other weeklies that occur in the game. And essentially what you have to do is you just have to complete a challenge in order to get to the various things that are after the challenge itself. So, for example, the first one that is currently here is this challenge, which is kill 10 Xmas, and then you can choose an override, which is just a side effect that occurs, I believe, when you're in 1999. I don't think it will occur outside, but correct me if I'm wrong there. And in order to gain access to these, you would have to do this challenge, and then so on and so forth. It's not like you complete one challenge and you only get one of these. You get access to both of these things, and as you can see, you can have a choice between an Emerald Archon Shard, 2 Arcane Enhancements, and another one where you can get 2000 Kuva or an Exilus Weapon Adapter Blueprint. This can include, I believe you can get a Catalyst from this one. Oh yeah, an Orokin Reactor Blueprint. So, you can get Orokin Reactor Blueprints from this, as well as straight up built Exilus Weapon Adapters. I'm assuming, oh yeah, Arcane Adapters as well. You can get Endo, you can get Arcane Enhancements, as I said before, and a very small amount of Kuva. It's probably not worth getting the Kuva in most cases, but sometimes the alternatives aren't very good either. So yeah, there's that. Fairly simple, fairly new as well. You may not know it yet because there's a lot to digest with this new update. Another way to get these things is to go to Acrithis, and this is another one where you can get a very wide range of items. There's Forma Blueprints available, there's Orokin Catalysts, Orokin Reactor, Rifle Riven mods, etc, etc. And as you can see here, we have a rotating shop that resets at the end of each week. You can get 5,000 Kuva for 10 Pathos Clamps, which is the equivalent to 1 Duviri run. You can get a secondary Arcane Adapter for 25 Pathos Clamps, which is probably not worth it because that's 3 Duviri runs. You can get a Rifle Riven mod for 15 Pathos Clamps and an Orokin Reactor for 20. Keep in mind, this is not an exhaustive list. You have a chance of getting a random thing from the drop tables, which is obviously Kuva, Riven mods, Arcane Adapters, Orokin Reactor or Orokin Catalyst, Forma, and that's mostly all of the notable things. You're primarily going to want to get the Orokin Reactors out of this because it's only 2 Duviri runs, which can take like a half hour to 40 minutes depending on how good you are at that. But otherwise, yeah, that's basically it in terms of Acrithis. You may not have known that she existed, and that's fair because she's kind of out of the way. You have to go to your Dorma Zone in order to access her or go to her within Duviri. A couple other notable vendors is Paladino on Iron Wake, which you can get weekly rewards, 2 Riven mods, and 35,000 Kuva, for a combined total of 30 Riven Slivers, which you can get by killing Xmas units. This is one that will have a set number of rewards for each week. There will always be 35,000 Kuva and 2 Riven mods that you're able to purchase. But it's a pretty good way to get it. Riven Slivers are pretty easy to get because in a lot of missions, Xmas units are fairly abundant. Another good one is Archimedean Yonta on the Chrysalith, and each week you are able to get 35,000 Kuva as well. So a bit of a step down from Iron Wake, but it's still 35,000 Kuva, which can add up to a lot over time. Especially considering that you can trade for Void Plumes, which you need 5 Void Plume Pinions in order to get the 35,000 Kuva from our Archimedean supplies. And you can, each day you're able to buy 1 Void Plume Pinion, which obviously if you have the resources to do it, you can buy 7 of these a week, which is a lot more than the 5 that you need. So another one is Teshin. Basically, Teshin has a rather wide variety of things that you can get. Some of these things are on a weekly rotating basis. The relic packs and the Kuva, they basically limited these so that you're not able to outright buy an insane amount of them. For Kuva, you were able to buy 25 of them, which is equivalent to 250,000 Kuva per week. It's fairly hard to get your hands on about 400 Steel Essence per week, so of course you're able to get primary and secondary arcane adapters, as well as some other goodies as well. On a rotating basis, there are special rewards as well as a Veiled Riven Cipher that you're able to get. Some of the rewards are worth the Steel Essence a lot more than others. Namely, the Umbral Forma that you're able to get occasionally. I believe it's on an 8-week rotating basis, and some discounted Kuva. And obviously, as we know, pretty much everybody knows this, but I'll go ahead and show it anyway. But you are able to get your hands on Orokin Reactors and Orokin Catalysts. And this is probably one of the better ways that you're going to get Orokin Catalysts and Reactors. Once again, of course, you can blow it all on Kuva, but it is definitely not worth it. As you can see, I have 625 creds, and that will net you 12. So 120,000 worth of Kuva, which is half of a Teshin's maximum weekly limit worth of Kuva. So basically, not very worth it. You can also get 9 extract, which is important for crafting some things, but once again, Orokin Catalysts and Orokin Reactors you are able to get from here, and this is probably one of the more prevalent ways that you're going to get that. And of course, you're able to get Orokin Catalysts and Reactors from the market as well for 20 platinum each. Not a very high cost, and yeah, so that's about it for all of the ways that you can get particularly sought after resources such as Orokin Catalysts and Reactors. Hope you guys enjoyed this, found it useful, and I will see you guys later.